Hello and welcome to this short video. We're going to solve another midterm exam. In this exam we're going to solve very quickly, so its video will be very short. So how many significant figures are there in this number? So the significant numbers, if you know that these two are significant and these three are significant and this is also significant, so you have 2 3 4 5 6, so you have 6 significant figures because zeros in between the numbers are significant, and so that's why it has 6 significant figures. So which of the following is a vector quantity? Temperature is a scalar, mass is a scalar, volume is a scalar, so acceleration is a vector quantity. Which of the following is the fundamental? Velocity is length divided by time, force is mass time acceleration, time is the time, and power is work divided by the time. So time is the fundamental quantity. Now, so A, B, C, D like this. So in that case, using head to tail rule, head is head of the first vector, then tail of the second vector, then A plus C equals to equals to B. So this is A plus B equals to A plus C equals to B. So this is A plus C equals to B. So this is the correct option in that case using head to tail rule. So if you know that I, J, K in this question, use this convention whenever you find any vector with a cross product. So I cross J is equals to K. So I cross I cross K equals to J, or so if I what is we take the cross, so it will give us J, so it will be I cross J, so it has to be I cross minus K to become J. So this is the correct answer. So now you have dot product of two vectors and you want to find the angle. So how do you find angle? A dot B is A magnitude, B magnitude, cosine of theta, and cosine of theta is equals to A dot B over A magnitude, B magnitude. So theta is con inverse A dot B over A magnitude, B magnitude. So you will find A magnitude using square root 4 square plus minus 3 square 2 squared, B magnitude like this 2 square plus 5 minus square plus minus 3 squared, and A dot B is multiply I with I, J with J, and K with K. So 4 multiplied by 2 minus 3 multiplied by 5 plus 2 multiplied by minus 3. So when we substitute this three values in this equation, we get 113. So a cat runs 15 meter east and then 10 meter at the degree of the earth. How far it's from the original its start? So if you see this, it moves 15 meter. This is your east, this is your east, and this is your west, this is your north, this is your south. Okay, so 15 meter east, and then 10 meter at 30 degree angle to west of north. so making a 30-degree angle. So how far it goes, so we can calculate its x is 15 plus 10 cosine 30, 120, because it's this angle is 120, and y is 10 sine 120. So when we substitute the value, and the distance is r is nothing but x square plus y square, so we get x and y from here, so it's 13.2. so what is the difference between a distance is a total path traveled, while displacement is a straight line or shortest distance, so A is the correct option. In xy, in xt graph, the motion of the particle, at which point the particle acceleration becomes negative. So at this point it starts to become negative, so at this point only, then an object moves along a straight line, and the graph of the object of the wave function okay. So what is the instantaneous velocity at 0.5 second? So instantaneous velocity at 0.5 second, 0.5 second, it's instantaneous velocity. So at this point it's instantaneous velocity, an object, what so instantaneous velocity at 0.5 second is 20 meter per second. Next, the coordinate in the particle is given by this thing. What is time in t second? At what time the particle is momentarily rest? Momentarily rest means its velocity is 0, so 24 minus 8t equals to 0, so we will get t equals to 3 seconds. So a ball is dropped at a height, assuming no air resistance. How long it will take to hit a ball on the ground? So you will use this, y is equals to y naught plus v naught of y t minus 1/2 gt squared. So if you find t from here, so you will get t equals to 3.5. So a girl runs east at 3 meter per second for 10 minutes. Then she turn around and run from 6 meter distance 600 meters in 12 minutes. What is the average velocity she covered? So for example, that in the last tutorial we will discuss, its initial velocity is, initial distance is 3 into like 3 meter per second for 10 minutes, so 10 multiplied by 60, and then 600 meters in 12 minutes. So this is the distance, and distance is given in 600 meter as well. So the total time is 10 minutes, 10 multiplied by 60 plus 12 plus multiplied by 60, so the total time we will get, and then the average velocity is nothing but x2 minus x1 and the total time. So when we substitute these two values into it, we will get 0.91 meter per second east. So two cars A and B moving in the same direction along the road. A car is traveling at a constant speed of 90 km per hour, and the car B is traveling at a constant speed. If the car A is 150 meter behind the car, how long it does take to reach this point? So at this point A, for car A, VI is 90 kilometer per hour, which is 25 meter per second, and for B is 60 kilometer per hour. To convert it into the position, we can convert it into meter per second, which is 16.67 meter per second. So at what point these two will be equal? So we compare their final velocity and then calculate the time. So you will get 18 seconds. So the position, next is to the position of the car is given by this point, this position vector, 0 to 4 to 5, average velocity. So average velocity is y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So first we substitute 0 as t, it will give you 0, and then we put 4 into t, and it will give you 12.6 minus 0, 4 minus 0. So you will get this. Next is 16th. A projectile is launched at angle this degree vi. What happens to the original component of the projectile velocity vx as it rises to the maximum height? It decreases, it changes sign before reaching the maximum height, it increases steadily, and the maximum height it remains constant throughout. So which particle component? Horizontal. So horizontal components always remains the same. So a dog in an open field is at rest, which means its initial velocity is 0. So at time t equals to 0, then runs with the constant acceleration. How far does dog from the tree? 10 seconds after it starts to run. Now, so how far means we need to calculate r, which is nothing but x square plus y square. So how to find x is x naught, x plus v naught of x t plus 1/2 at squared or axt, and y is y naught, v naught of yt plus 1/2 ay of t. So this is the ax and this is the ay. So it starts from 0 position and 0 velocity. So your x will be nothing but axt squared, and your y will be nothing but 1/2 ay t squared. So just put the value ax is this, ay is this, which is negative. So ax is 0.4 and ay is negative 0.18. So when you substitute the value, you will get 21.9. Next, particle moving in a circular path of radius r. At what point it is moving this and is increasing at this rate? So this is acceleration, this is velocity, this is radius. So a radial is nothing but v square over r, which is 2 square over 3. So we will get 1.3. An object has a velocity, this is in x direction, and acceleration in x direction. What we conclude about this? So velocity is negative and acceleration is positive. The object is slowing down and moving in a straight line. So the correct option is So next question is, a person stands on the edge of the cliff at height h and throws the ball at a speed 25 meter per second at an angle of 45 degree. So it moves like this, horizontal. The ball struck the ground after 4 seconds. What is the height? So we need to calculate this height, not this height. No. So we need to calculate this height. Yeah. So now we have Vx because it throws at a 45 degree angle. So cosine 45, and Vy is 25 sine 45. So you will get 17.68. So now it starts from 0, so it goes to 0 position. So now 0 is x naught plus Vit minus 1/2 gt squared, and when we substitute the value, so your x naught will pop out 7.68. So a train is moving on the right at the speed of 20 meter per second relative to an observer to the ground. Person is riding a bicycle on the train, and the bicycle is moving towards the left. What is the velocity of the bicycle relative to the observer? So VBO, bicycle to the observer, bicycle to the train plus train to the observer. So minus 8 plus 20, which is 12, because it's moving in the opposite direction. That's why we take minus. So 12. Now what is Newton? Newton is mass times the acceleration. So 1 kilogram 1 meter per second squared. So option A is correct. So Newton, so the book rests on the shelf if the force exerted on the book is considered as an action. What is corresponding reaction? So the force of the book exerted on the earth, this is its reaction. Now if two forces, that is a line F1 and F2, and having the mass, the magnitude of the acceleration, so magnitude of the acceleration, this is along x and this is along y, so magnitude is fx plus fy 1 2. So when we substitute the value, we will get f over m, so which is 4.25 sorry, divided by 4.5. so we will get, now a force is acting on the object of mass m that is resting on a frictionless at the angle 20 degree with respect to the horizontal. What is the magnitude of the force required to keep on the rest? So fx equals to f minus mg sine theta. So fx is 0, so f mg sine theta, so f will be Next question is, a box of weight 70 Newton. If the acceleration due to gravity on the Venus is this, what is the weight of the box on Venus? Weight is mg, so mg, so 70 is m 9.8, so mass will be 7.1 kilogram. So force is mass time acceleration, or weight on Venus, and then you will get 63. So these two questions are lengthy, so we will cover in the next video, but the answer for this is 125 and for this is 1.27.